public safety officers, when they're driving around on the promenade, they should be seeing where the lights are at.
They may have, and they may have, we file reports all the time on, it's part of our job to not only see things like that, but we have to report on it.
Right.
So there's a good chance that it was submitted. I'll find out tomorrow.
I'm gonna go with her, and then I'll get you next.
You made a statement that the person who was arrested was released on bail, and we shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Can you elaborate on why we shouldn't have to worry about it?
Well, generally, when they just get arrested for something so high profile, they're probably gonna be on their best behavior. I wouldn't worry about this guy shooting anymore. I can't guarantee you that, but generally, very high profile case. You know, it's gonna be prosecuted by the Manhattan DA's office. Again, the fact they got a lot of media attention, he's probably not gonna get a very cushy plea bargain. I'm speculating. I don't want to speculate too much because, again, once it goes to court, it's out of the police department's hands for the most part, as far as plea deals and sentencing, really out of the police department's hands. I don't think they'll have any more trouble out of this gentleman in the near future. Is the best I can put it.
Was his gun confiscated?
No, we executed a search warrant in the apartment. In his apartment, it was not recovered.
The gun was not recovered?
Not recovered. On this gentleman's.
We heard that this young man was diplomatic and went down to Roosevelt Island. Did this impact the way he was processed?
No, I would not say. In fact, the building he hit, I was told there's some diplomats that live in that building. So, yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna get any preferential treatment. I don't, you know, not in my.
In all of our buildings, diplomats do.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get any preferential treatment.
Is he the exception?
Yes, he is.
Does
He is.
he have diplomatic immunity?
No, he doesn't. He does not have it. I heard something about his parents may work at the UN. I don't want to comment more than that because, again, this is something I heard. I didn't verify, but he definitely does not have any kind of diplomatic immunity.
Was his passport?
He wouldn't. He has a criminal history. He wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't get clearance to even go anywhere near the UN.
Was his passport taken?
No, we wouldn't do
So
that.
he can go anywhere tomorrow?
Well, that's why they set bail. The bail is set so that to secure his appearance at the next court date. But I do not believe his passport was taken. I do not believe so.
October 15th.
She's more informed than I am. Yes, sir.
Was a reason given for why he was taking the shots?
He was walking down the promenade with his girlfriend, and I think he just wanted to impress her. If you look at the video's been made public. He's walking down the promenade with his girlfriend. So he just wanted to impress her.
The video seems to show the shots being fired straight ahead,
Right.
not like angled up. There was some speculation it ricocheted off the water.
No. So when you fire a gun, you know, bullets as they travel through the air, they're affected by gravity just like anything else. So obviously when it leaves the muzzle of the gun, it's got at peak velocity. There's going to be a peak, and then it's going to start coming down once gravity and once it loses energy. So no, it didn't ricochet off or anything.
But you said it was twice. So it was 2 times he was shooting, the 2 different days.
Yes.
So two times he was trying to impress his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's a long distance.
No, actually, it's not a very long distance. It's only about 800 to 1,000 feet across the river. A 38 caliber or 9 with that family of caliber, 38, 9mm, 380. They can, if it's fired from a serviceable handgun, could go about 5,000 feet.
And there's absolutely no other gun in his apartment?
We executed a search warrant in his apartment. We did not recover the gun. Yes, sir.
Was the young lady that's coming in?
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Was the young lady that was accompanying him arrested?
No, she cooperated, so we didn't arrest her.
I'm not sure I heard correctly what you said. This individual, alleged shooter, he has 19 prior arrests.
17.
17.
Right.
And why is he out on the street?
I'd like to know that myself. I've seen people with 40, 50, 60 arrests. Here's what happens. You know, the criminal justice system obviously isn't perfect. You arrest someone, and again, once they go to court, sometimes the charges get reduced, either because the DA feels they won't be able to get a conviction on what we charged them when we arrested them, or then you get plea agreements where they'll plead to a lesser crime, or you have a lot of times victims and witnesses become uncooperative. So there's a whole lot of variables that get involved where these charges, sometimes they don't always get convicted on a felony. Generally, if they're on parole and we lock them up for anything, for the most part, they stay inside because now they violated their parole.
I have 3 questions.
Three is 2 minimum, 2 maximum. Okay.
So first question, is there going to be a communication channel going forward for this specific incident? And for similar incidents in the future, small or the minor or
Right.
so that everybody's aware of
Right.
the security environment on this island? It's a very small island.
Yeah.
So I imagine that probably wouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah.
So
Well, like I said, I speak with Chief McManus regularly. He has my phone number. We each have each other's cell phone numbers. You know, the lines of communication are going to be open.
So the thing is, the public needs to have a channel to directly speak with someone who's responsible, right?
Okay.
So is there a way to build up a forum or anything on the website where everybody can see any complaints that people file so that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You can actually go on the Precinct website. You go on NYPD.gov, and you can actually pull up our ComStat numbers. I don't think it'll give it specifically for Roosevelt Island, but I have them here with me. So that's what I gave at the beginning. For this entire island, 21 of those major crimes have occurred here. Those are the major crimes that we call them 7 majors. That's minuscule because usually like I said, we're closing in on 1,000 of those 7 major index crimes. So in all of Roosevelt Island, you have 21 of what we're closing in on 1,000. Very, very small percentage of crime happens here. So that's why, that's one of the reasons why I didn't cancel this meeting even though we made an arrest. I wanted to put everybody's fears at rest. You live in probably the safest part of the 100. I know it doesn't feel like that right now because all the news media, but you live in one of the safest parts of the precinct.
Okay, thank you for that question.
Oh, you got another one, right?
My second question is, in terms of what the lady commented on the dim lights and the lights that are putting out, similar situations like this, is it possible to set up emergency posts for calling if any incidents happen around the island, similar to what college campuses do?
Like a phone box?
Yes.
I mean, everybody has cell phones nowadays.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes settings can be very different.
Okay.
If I may.
Yeah.
If you've been down by Cornell, we've seen the blue lights. We've already gotten approval to move forward with that. It's just a matter of putting it in. Pardon me? Yes. Everything from, everything
Who will respond, NYPD or PSP?
well, depends on the incident. If you hear shots, the first call should be to 911.
But if you pick up
No,
one of those phones,
exactly.
those phone boxes, who does that call actually?
That will go to us.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
But the ones down at Cornell will go to their security.
Right, but along with, if you're planning to put, Rion is planning to put those kinds of phones along the promenade.
Yes,
and various
yes.
public
Yeah,
areas.
we already
So
have
those
that.
calls, if somebody picks up the phone, those calls will go initially to public safety,
They'll go to us. And
not to
if
the center.
no, there's not a dual dispatch, unfortunately. Oftentimes we get complaints that we immediately, we have access to the radio channel, or we'll dial 911, and we really haven't had any issue with response time. These fellas here, the CO, I thank you for coming tonight. These guys are plugged in. These NCOs were former community policing officers on this island. Keith Mathis has been around since I've been here. He knows all of the players. We're very well aware of this crew, and they are inactive. You know, we don't see things like assaults for initiation, shakedowns of store owners. That's the type of stuff that you see with gangs. We don't see that. And as far as the guns, which was a great question, the last incident was over 4 years ago in April, when two residents via social media met up with a guy presumably to buy marijuana, and they attempted to rip him off. And in the process, he got shot, and one of the two perpetrators got shot. Both island residents. They were in custody. You see, we often speak to the detectives because we know a lot of the players, and they do too. But with the descriptions, we knew immediately who it was. They were arrested. They were put under arrest, and by the next day, both of them were in custody. That was the last firearm-related incident. We don't take a lot of firearms in, but yet we have a lot of contacts with this crew. When oftentimes they may get frisked. We don't see a lot of guns on the island.
Sorry, Jack, just to...
I have to get to someone who hasn't had a chance to do this. Lady in the pink.
I'm sorry, can I follow up real quick on that answer?
Okay.
Just to clarify, are there emergency calling posts right now other than the campus of Cornell?
No.
Is it in the plan right now?
No. The fire department had a plan. When the fire department came in and they had problems getting dispatches to the special operations place down the road here. So they had all new fiber in. They had told us they were going to address the call boxes after that, and it hasn't happened yet, which is why we're moving to the blue light system.
So what's system?
Sorry? It's called blue light.
Right, so the blue light system is
Yeah,
right in the north end.
You're going to see them as far as Lighthouse Park.
Alright, thank you.
You are.
All right, pink lady. After her.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, I hear a lot about that we should be okay because it's very secure, etc. One of the reasons why I think many of us have chosen to live here. But when I hear and read and acknowledge the fact that there was somebody that just felt that they could just shoot out in the open from a promenade 2 times without being caught after several days, the fact that they just feel that nothing will happen really, really concerns me. And I feel that also to the residents here.
Right.
So I would like to understand if there could be more resources for police surveillance, because as you said, this would be the first thing happening. It would be a warning. It would be something that it was demanded from the gang where this person belongs, and there would be more things coming up.
Okay.
What are we going to be doing preventively so that this doesn't happen
Okay.
at least in the near future?
All right, so we first of all, like I said, we work with public safety. We work with public safety. We also have, we track these crew members, and again, they're largely inactive. I have a lot more issues with the other crews than I do with this crew. They're largely inactive. There's really no organized, you know, like Chief McManus was saying, they're not doing gang initiations. They're not involved in any patterns. The last pattern was a burglary pattern. It's not a violent contact crime. So I want to kind of put your fears at rest. This would seem to be an isolated incident. You know, criminals, they're not long-sighted. You know, they're very impulsive.
No, this is not the first time it's happened.
Exactly.